moving on to the next model, that is revaluation model. That is, after recognizing as an asset, after recognizing PPE as an asset, if fair value of the PPE can be measured reliably, then we can carry them in revalued amount. Okay, so first of all, initial recognition, that is we have to recognize it as an asset. Then in the subsequent years, if the fair value can be measured reliably, then we can carry it in revalued amount. And how we are going to arrive at it? Look at this. Fair value at the date of revaluation will be arrived, and that will be reduced by any subsequent accumulated depreciation. It will also be reduced by any subsequent accumulated impairment losses, and then we'll have carrying value. Okay, so this is about revaluation, and when we do revaluation, it should be done for entire class of PPE. Revaluation should be done for entire class of PPE. That is, all items within the class of PPE should be revalued simultaneously. And why it is being done? It is basically to avoid selective revaluation of assets. To understand that, have a look at this case. Entity A is a large manufacturing group. It owns a number of industrial buildings such as factories and warehouses and office buildings in several capital cities. The industrial buildings are located in industrial zones, whereas office buildings are in central business districts of the cities. Entities A's management want to apply the revaluation model as per AS10 to the subsequent measurement of the office buildings only, but continue to apply the historical cost model to the industrial buildings. State whether this is acceptable under AS10 revised or not with reasons. See, just now we have understood that if revaluation is done, it should be done for entire class of PPE. And the standard does not say revaluation should be done for all assets. No. Standard says revaluation should be done for entire class. Let's read that. As per AS10, revaluation should be done for entire class of PPE. That is, all items within PPE should be revalued simultaneously, basically to avoid selective revaluation. Okay. If you look at this case, the decision of A's management to apply revaluation only to office buildings is permissible as per AS10. Why? Because office buildings are distinguishable from industry buildings. Office building is a separate class, industry buildings are separate class. So let's make it clear. Office buildings are distinguishable from industrial buildings by their function, nature and general location, and AS10 permits revaluation class by class basis. Here office buildings are separate class, so all office buildings can be carried at revalued amount, and industry buildings are separate class and they can be valued at historical cost itself. Okay, so this is the case to understand this revaluation for entire class in a better way. Then comes the frequency of revaluation and determination of fair value, which we will discuss in next session.